everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. Today we're going to do an episode of I Saw It on Pinterest. And I'm just getting my iPad up and going here. So today I have this pen, which I should have known when I saw it, that it is by Suzy with Shabby Soul. And I so adore her work, and it seems like a lot of the things when I'm scrolling through Pinterest end up being hers, so it makes perfect sense that this one is as well. And so I'm going to make mine's going to be a little different from hers, but we're going to see if we can give this a whirl and make something similar. So, of course, she's a Tim Holtz maker, so most of all of what she does are Tim Holtz products. And a lot of these products I have or have something similar. So I have gone through and picked out some things to use in mine, and hopefully I'm going to be able to put something together. So I'm going to move this over a little to the side so that I can still use it as a reference, but you can see what I'm doing here. So I have a Tim Holtz backdrop piece here, and this would be what I would consider to be the journal page. And so it is 6 inches by 10 inches, so we need to cut it down a little bit. And what I would do is, if I use this as a page, I would hinge it, to, something else so that you can fit it in a journal. So I am going to cut it down just to be sure. 5 to 5 inches. So to be sure that it's going to fit on my page in a journal. And then I'm going to cut it to 8.5. Okay, so this would be my journal page. Now, I am going to create the house part of it, this part, and this little girl is going to become a tuck so that I can tuck a journal card behind it. So for my house, I chose this one that's going to go on here, and you can see I'm going to cut it off just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to cut it off about right there, or maybe about right there, I think. So I'm going to do that first. And I don't know for sure this is how hers works. This is just my thought of what I think will work. I don't know if hers is a tuck or not, is what I'm saying. But I'm going to make mine a little tuck. Alright, so there's my house trimmed off. So that is going to sit here. And then rather than having the little girl standing, I'm going to have this little girl kind of sitting on this roof pitch with her arm against this roof pitch. So she's going to be kind of like that. Yep. Alright, so let's do some inking and some gluing and get that part taken care of so that I can work on some of the other stuff. So I'm just going to ink these little white edges that are on the paper doll. And then I'm going to ink around my house. Alright, and let's glue her in place. Which would be about right there. Get on my extra glue. And then if I glue this as a tuck, I'm gonna want my glue line here and here. And I want to glue it right down in the corner. Just like that. Okay, so now what I want to create is a journal card to stick in here. Oh, and I'm also going to put do I want to put that? No, I'm going to wait and decide where I want to put that. So what I have for that is this is a digital. And then I have the same tissue paper that she used. And then I have this scrap that has a half circle cut in it. And so I need to determine what I want to use. I'm going to do kind of a collaged journal card to go back there. So what am I going to use for the base? It's going to be color-wise. How is that going to be? Is it going to match this? And that's just a drop piece of okay, I think this needs to be narrower. Because I want my this piece to be kind of behind her head. If you hear noise, it's because my puppy is up here and she is playing with a plastic bottle, which is her favorite toy. So that's about the right width. So we're going to use this as our journal card. So I'm going to tear this to width and then figure out where I need it to be top to bottom. Hope I'm going to tear this. Sometimes this Tim Holtz tissue paper is too tough to rip. Oh yeah. I didn't do it very straight, but I did it. Alright, now where do I need this to be top to bottom? Okay, put this piece on. Alright, so let me mark this. I need this piece to be there, and I need my tissue paper to be there. So we're going to put these two down first. Just dump my scissors on the floor. No. Of course, Belle sees them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. One thing I didn't do is pick my width this way. Yep, that's good. Okay. I think I'll just wrap that around. Okay. Pick my scissors up out of the floor. Now let's put this piece on, and then we'll collage the rest of the journal card. I think I want to go ahead and glue that down. Oops. Stay on there. Okay, so now what else do we want to include? Some of this. So let's do this part. All right, we'll see how that's looking if I put it in here. So now if I put this in here, I want to put, which I had stuck on the side of my table and I have knocked it off, I guess. I want to put a stamp right here from Tim Holtz's stamp book. Okay. And I just picked one that I thought the colors went, or do I want to put it over here? No, I want it here behind your head. So I'm going to put that on there. And then we need to do something up here. So let's see what else I have. I'm just kind of going through some scraps that I have over here on the side. I want to add some floral. I think I do, but I don't want it to be straight, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's think around that. It's not even on the edge there. Okay, and then I like to have something there. I don't like these straight lines. I might could do some kind of a label. Let me grab my box up here. See if I have something here I like. Okay. Now, since we did the blue here and kind of blue here, I kind of like to have something a little blue down here, or I could put some blue in her dress. Like this top part. Let's do that. So I'm going to put blue just on this part of her dress to kind of tie in another blue element. So I'm going to get my clear gesso. I don't know why that was such a problem. For me to come up with what I wanted there. And I'm going to put some clear gesso on this part. She's got like a little, it's like a little vesty type thing that goes over the top. So that is where I'm gonna concentrate the blue. We'll let that dry a minute, and then I'm gonna work on the topper. So for the topper, I'm just going to, I've got some threads and some little fabric pieces, and I'm just gonna kind of make like a little grouping of that and put up at the top. I'm spraying my brush off at the moment so it doesn't get all yucky. Okay, so I've got some strings and some fabric. So let's see what we can do to make like a, I'm gonna stick some of these strings in some other areas too. To kind of grunge it up a little bit. I got glue on my fingers that's all sticking. Okay, so let's peel this off here. Okay, and I'm going to use my tiny attacher and just staple it on. And then I kind of want to stamp something right there. But I'm not sure what at the moment. And I think I'm going to put some of this down here. I'm just going to glue it to the page because I don't want it to glue my tuck shut. Oh my goodness, it's all sticking. It's sticking everywhere except where I want it to, I should say. Alright, that's not going to work. I was trying to keep from using a wet glue so it wouldn't. Glue my tuck shut, but it's not going to work. Alright, now I'm going to put some of this also on my tag or my journal card. It's too thick. The struggle is real, guys. Like right there, maybe. And then maybe some there. Belle, don't mess with her. We're gonna have a fight here in a minute. I can see it coming. Or if I can use some of this tape and tape that down just for looks. Still don't like this one. Alright, it has something to do with this piece. It doesn't want to separate. All it is cheesecloth, you would think. That I could get it to come apart more than it is. Okay, I am going to put you on pause. Part of the thing is, too, is I have a crack in my fingernail right there, and everything keeps getting caught up in it. But what I was going to say is I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to go sew around this. And when I do, I'm going to catch those little strings there, hopefully, up in that when I sew it. So I will be back in just a second. Alright, I'm back, and I just kind of went around it 3 or 4 times and let the machine do whatever it wanted to do. I had some other strings laying over there, and so I just used those instead of that part I was trying to fiddle with. So I think that looks pretty grungy. Alright, so I'm going to now Belle. Sorry, guys. No. She's still learning, so she probably will totally ignore me when I say that. Let's see if I have something here to back that with. Nope, I don't think I have anything close at hand, but I will back it so that you can write on the back of it. I mean, you could write on the back of that, but it's not very neat, so I'll do something that's neater than that. So then this will slide down in our little tuck. Just like that. And of course, it's a lot tighter now that it's got the stitching on there. And I still feel like I need a stamp right here. But the first thing that I'm going to do is, no, maybe I need to stamp first. She's got like, I can't tell if it's a die cut or a stamp, a floral. But she didn't use any floral paper, and I did. So I don't really care if it's floral. She's also got like a little key on through her topper with the bulb pin. And I do have a bulb pin, and I have some keys, but I don't know if I have one that's small. So we can do that. And she's got black splatters. That was where I was getting to, is I want to put some black splatters. But I still feel like something needs to go right there. So maybe we do, let me look. What have you got now? I tell you what, being back in puppy mode is about to wear us out. And I mean, she's not a young puppy either. She's just not. She's still in puppy phase. We've got a 5 there, but I really like the idea of the 5. I think I'm gonna do it and put it right there. And I even like the idea that it didn't go on the tracing paper as much as the other. That's kind of cool. Alright, now I'm not going to do my splatters with paint because I don't feel like messing with it. So I'm going to do my splatters with a stamp. Okay, and then I think I want to use one more piece of the tape. I covered it up, couldn't find it, and make it look like this is taped on that stamp there. So use this one, I think. And then let's get a key. Get out my little goodie box here. Choose that one. I was like, where did that just go when it was way up at the top? I need a different color. Yep, that's better. Okay, and I'm not going to worry about inking around the whole page right now because I'm going to have to hinge it anyway once I decide, you know, what journal it's going in. And I also have allowed some room to where if I decide that it's going to be a smaller journal, that I can cut some off, you know, the top of this, and then cut some off of the cord or the card, the journal card, and make it fit in case 8.5 is too tall for my pages. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you will check out Suzy's YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, and she also posts to Instagram, and like I said, she's a Tim Holtz maker, so you know, she always has makes for Tim's videos, and I'm gonna staple this on here for the time being. It may be when I hinge the page that I sew around this whole page as well, but for now I'm gonna just staple that on there so it's good and secure. So again, be sure and check her out. She does great grungy work, which everyone knows is my favorite. So yeah. So there is the original from Suzy, and there is mine. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, like I said, and I will be back on Saturday, and we're going to work in the Life of Jenny folio journal, and I got all of my cabinet cards pulled out, copied, and put together today. All the pictures of her. And if you watched my video the other day where I was struggling to find her husband, I found him. His name is Horatio. So he's Horatio Slocum. And he was, I'm assuming, her husband. And so there is the couple when they got older. And I thought this was like a something on the cabinet card when I first saw it, this little spot right here. And it's not. It's part of the photo, and it looks like she has some kind of patch or something on the side of her face, like she had some kind of injury or something. So I thought that was really interesting because her father-in-law was actually a doctor. And if you'll notice in the younger pictures, like this is her younger pictures, and like she's 12, I think in these is what I figured out. One of them is marked. Yeah, she's 12 years old. This is 1879, and she was 12. But you notice she's not wearing glasses. And she's not wearing glasses, not wearing glasses. And it's not until after those pictures and these pictures, this one shows her wearing glasses. And this one, she does not have glasses. But all the remaining pictures of her when she's older, she has on glasses. And so I thought that was quite interesting that, you know, she has this patch, what seems to be a patch or some kind of dressing on the side of her face in that picture. And I think even more surprising is the fact that she had her photo made with it on the side of her face. And maybe it's something else, and maybe you guys know what it is. But yeah, I even looked at it under like a flashlight, and it's definitely part of the photo, and it's some type of patch. So, anyway, I got totally off on a tangent in that. Again, thanks for joining me today, and I will be back on Saturday, and I hope until then you all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you then. Bye.